I want to do a podcast about films.
I'm not stopping you.
No, with you fool.
Oh, so you mean want us to do a podcast about films?
Yes.
Well, why didn't you say that?
I did. I am.
Well, you can't say films. You need to say movies. It's a more broadly recognised term.
Yeah, don't worry about that now. Are you interested?
Well, we can't just talk about films we like. That would be boring.
But I wanna.
All right.
Hello and welcome to our first Movie the Needle Classics Collection episode, where a pair of amateurs haphazardly dissect, in spite of clearly defining the format, one of the movies that we have previously inducted into our MTN Classics Collection. My name's Simon, and I'm in our shed with my good friend Carl, where we'll be spewing all kinds of positivity and praise on what in our minds is an absolute classic. This week, it's Steven Spielberg's 1993 dinosaur adventure action thriller, which sees an industrialist invite some experts to visit his theme park of cloned dinosaurs. Questionable health and safety protocols and unquestionably awesome effects ensue. Welcome to Jurassic Park.
I saw a ratings video on TikTok today.
A ratings video?
Yes.
What does that mean?
People put on, well, this one was like ranking places I ate in wherever they'd just been on holiday.
Oh.
And it's like a slideshow of pictures and obviously the ratings and a few comments. And I knew we were in trouble when it opened up with the first one being 10,000 out of 10.
10,000
10,000 out of 10. What do you think the next rating was? She liked it more than the first place.
1 million.
It was 100,000 out of 10.
Right.
And then she went on to like...
Why were you still watching it at this point? Surely you just threw your phone across the room.
Yeah, when she went on to say like 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. The lowest it went was an 8, which she slagged off to fuck. Right? So I'm there, I'm like...
Well, to be fair, I mean, if the top's 100,000, that is quite a drop-off.
So I'm started typing out a reply, and I'm like, I've adjusted all the ratings for her, so it was obviously like 100,000 out of 10. That's 10, that's what you meant there. And 10,000, obviously that's less than 100,000, so that's your 9. And I bring them all down, and again, like that one that you said was 9, that's more like a 7 for you, that love. And the 8 out of 10, which you apparently couldn't finish, that's going to be a 2, isn't it? And I'm typing, and then it's like, character limit. I was like, fuck it, just threw it all in the bin.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
You can just write 2 messages.
No. But this generation, as they would say, are cooked, mate. They've had it. I don't know what they're talking about.
Means?
Yeah.
Cooked.
Finished.
Oh, no, I do know that means cooked, but I didn't realise it was used by the young folk. Hi, young. If any young folk are listening, we're hip. We're with it.
Yes. How do you do, fellow children? Is it fellow children or fellow teenagers?
Fellow young folk? Yeah. No, I don't. Good stuff. What are your thoughts, Carl? Classics Collection episode, adding this to our repertoire?
I love it. I'm very excited about our new format and a new schedule. I'm very pleased that the new formats aren't really new formats. They've grown organically out of stuff we were already doing on the show. Loving the regularity of hitting a date, not a day of the week. So
coming at you on the 15th.
Stick that in your variable month lengths and smoke it. So yeah, very good. Very
you sound
excited.
Energized, Carl. You sound newly in. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. You sound
invigorated.
Energized. Yeah, invigorated. Yeah. That's the word. Invigorated.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a lot going on at the moment. Well, it's been very busy, which is inconvenient for this because obviously we're ramping things up to try and deal with holiday season, and we're doing guests and stuff. But I have managed to watch a fair few films, which obviously we'll talk about in the retro. So I'm back to the old going light on the sleep mode.
Well, what do you call light? Because I've done a 6-hour last couple of nights, and now I feel it.
Yeah, because I messaged you the other night at like 1 a.m. I thought, well, I'll not say. And then you replied, and I thought, what's he doing?
Yeah, unfortunately not watching movies, but...
Oh, that's where you're going wrong, you see.
I'm doing stuff for the podcast, Carl, that is actually, helping us. But,
so am I, so I stay sharp.
Good stuff. No, but we had our first guest last week on the Mashflix episode. Really looking forward to actually listening to that.
Yes.
But obviously, if you're listening to this now, you would have already listened to Adam Richmond on our podcast last week. He was fantastic.
Felt like catching up with an old friend, didn't it? We just settled straight into the talking shit.
Very nice. I felt like I was maybe a bit too relaxed at some points.
Yeah, but we cut that.
Yeah. But we're starting to get some more great guests lined up for the future, so exciting times. As Ryan Gosling would say, I'm jacked.
Do the rest.
Jacked to the tits!
Very good. Ryan Gosling, Big Short adjacent note, and also talking about preparing for holiday season, which Americans don't know what I mean there when I say that. It's not Christmas. Yeah.
Vacay.
Me and you and I have both got holidays coming up, vacations.
Yep.
Which is, and we haven't synced them, which is poor planning on our part,
Yeah,
really.
You should. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to sync with you because you have so many.
Yeah, you keep having this little dig, don't you?
Not a dig. An observation.
I get the same amount of days off of work a year as you.
Can you say that? But
I just make it my business to spend them all out of the country.
Yes.
That's all. I've ordered my Moneyball book.
Oh, nice.
World of Books, £4, thank you.
Excellent.
Paperback? Yes, I've actually still got time to order one more. But to be honest, I was thinking about this. I've got there's a couple of audio books I'm halfway through. I've got physically, I've got a couple of Michael Palin's diaries I've still not read. So I'm we're going with friends. There'll be kids about the place. We're only going for a week. I'm actually not sure I'll get through much more.
No, I think one book is probably optimistic based on that as well.
Yeah. So we'll see. So I'll be back for a week and then maybe I'll get something else before the next one.
Any movies lined up for your holiday trip? It's a fairly short flight, isn't it? So.
He says, yeah, short flight, so won't be doing... will I watch something on the plane, actually? Maybe. Because I did say before, maybe I'd steal one of the kids' devices for the flight. It's not a bad shout, actually.
Do you want to do it on your phone? Just to get it really close to your eyes?
Don't like the sound of that, really. We'll see. But I am taking the means to watch films when we're away. So
like a
Fire Stick. I'm taking the Fire Stick. Yeah. So I don't know what we'll get through, but we'll see. Looking forward to it anyway. We're good.
Good. You got anything else?
No.
Well, good, because I'm thirsty, Carl.
Good.
And I need not just any old ale. I need a classic ale. So please unveil the classic ale. Always hiding it behind the curtain, ladies and gentlemen.
I nearly went for a Movie the Needle classic.
Yep.
Which would have been, of course.
You went to the Nazi supermarket, didn't you?
You can get it in Asda now, remember?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's a dodgy callback, that, isn't it? Completely out of context like that. What episode did we mention that in?
It's a good few weeks ago.
Just to be safe, listen to our entire back catalogue.
Yeah, multiple times. On multiple.
So you know where that's coming from. Please don't cancel us. Anyway, I nearly got Guinness for an extra stout. So that is our classic beer, probably the one we've had the most of on this pod. But then I saw this and I thought, no, that's better.
Okay.
Right. So what's the most famous scene in Jurassic Park?
The T-Rex scene.
Right. Specifically, which bit?
The water rippling part.
Yeah. That's good. That's good.
But not that one.
What's immediately after that? Next cut. It's actually not the next cut, but it's another one inside the car. It's the T-Rex's head outside the car.
Right, yeah, peering in. Yeah, right.
Yeah. And what, you see it's one eye, don't you?
It's
a big one eye, because from the side. So we've got a one eye IPA, 7%, lovely. But the brewery on this one eye, the homage to the classic scene in Jurassic Park, Tooth and Claw.
Oh, there we go. What do dinosaurs have? At least one tooth and claw.
Yeah. So, there you go. Tooth and Claw, one eye IPA.
Lovely stuff. Okay, let's introduce today's classic, which is, of course, Jurassic Park. Even rhymes with classic. Jurassic. I mean,
Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park. There we go. We've got an episode title right there. Yeah. We won't use that.
No.
But first, a reminder of our simple 5-point scale.
Simple 5-point scale.
So you either really like it, you like it, you're ambivalent, you don't like it, or you really don't like it. Now, if any of us is coming in, don't like or really don't like this, what are we doing? what are we thinking of here? Why is it in the Classics
I think
Collection?
the only one that might happen up is with Star Wars, right? But even then, it'd be ambivalent now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, Carl, where are you on the scale for Jurassic Park?
Oh, I really like it.
I also really like it. How can you not really like it? It's timeless. It's tense. It's funny. Outstanding effects. Just a brilliant feat of filmmaking from a technical perspective, but also just so much fun to watch again and again and again. No matter the varying quality of the subsequent franchise, this is yet to be beaten. Why do you like it, Carl?
I mean, I saw it in the cinema and loved it as a small boy. I loved it ever since. I'm really fond of the franchise. I'll give you my ranking later.
Ooh.
But obviously, this one stands out above the others. Every time I watch it, I'm impressed all over again. It is every inch a classic, and I don't think there will ever be a better dinosaur film than Jurassic Park.
Amen, brother. Okay, let's kick things off with production. And Carl, I've split my thoughts into 3 main points, each with 8 subsections. So just to keep it nice and tight.
Nice and light, yeah.
Yeah. But I'm going to start where you might not expect. Because on the most recent rewatch, the thing I really appreciated, right, was the way that the film introduced the characters. Right, and I know you're thinking, that's not really production. Is it more plot? Yeah. Screenplay, so I kind of think it fits within the production thing. But as well as the way that it introduces the characters, and I'm including dinosaurs in this as characters as well, and the way it delivers the exposition, so like smart, often quite subtle, and really effectively done, right? So I'm like, well, it's screenplay, it's how it's shot, it's how it's directed, I'm putting it in production. Okay. Now, have you thought about any of this sort of thing? Yeah. Right. So I'm going to start at the beginning with the first sort of soft introduction, I'm calling it, of both Malcolm and Grant by like third parties. They're just kind of talked about. They're kind of introduced as characters, and you get an impression of who they are immediately. Like Grant is studious, Malcolm's a bit of a rock star, whatever. They've kind of done off screen before you even meet them. It's really like that. You just get an idea of who they are, that you're going to see them, and then when you see them, you're kind of already ready to go.
It's a fine line, isn't it? Because I had a very similar thought, right? The exposition is so good in this movie because you get little lines or little scenes that set up entire backstories and provide motivations for these people.
Yes.
And none of it gets in the way of the pacing or anything, right? And in many ways, it's because they are such sort of tightly drawn characters. They are very simplistic in their attributes. I actually thought of Predator. We remarked upon
with the introduction
how well, because he's the big tough one, he's the this one, he's the this one. And it's similar here. And it's a really fine line between going, what is sort of flat and there's no character development or cliche, versus, but actually, here are the details you really need to know that are going to move the thing forward, and we're going to give you them directly straight away. And they absolutely nail it in this film.
Yeah, agreed. So even like Hammond's introduction, so you first see him like rustling with his arse in a fridge, sticking out of a fridge or whatever. But that whole introduction is so light and fun and makes him so likable.
Yes, the lovely little granddad.
Yeah. But it's so necessary to make that character likable, I think, from the get-go, rather than him be a big, industrialist guy, a big American, blustery guy or whatever. Having him with that little twee Scottish accent softens him right up and just leads you sort of going like, oh, yeah. It's going to be all right with him, isn't it? It's going to be okay.
No expense, she says again and again.
And then Nedry as well. He's introduced doing the deal. He's giddy, cocky, sleazy. 3 of the rejected names for the 7 dwarfs, by the way.
Very good.
Yeah. And then dinosaurs introductions. Raptor in the opening scene, like very opening scene, and then in the park with everything's kind of foreshadowed.
Well, right? we don't see the raptor. Yeah, but we don't actually
see what it can do.
We don't actually see a proper dinosaur until something like 20 minutes in.
Mm-hmm.
But it never feels long.
No.
It never feels that way. You're just like, oh. Yeah. You doing anything with that?
No. This is the new me. And same with like the Brachiosaurus reveal, right? How that is done and introduced you to the scale of this park. Like that introduction is just incredibly well done, where it's focused all on the characters' faces and reactions before it then pans and zooms out and you see the size of these motherfuckers.
Well, no, you've missed a bit there. So I've got exactly that note down about when we do see the dinosaurs, we see it on their faces first, right? So that is something, by the way, that you can miss as an observation when you're watching it, and you wonder why that's so effective, and you don't know why when you watch other films that don't do as good a job as this, well, why doesn't that hit the same? It's because of that detail, because we see it on the faces first. What it does before it goes to the wide shot, they walk up to it, and the camera's on the floor, and we see it from their perspective. We see them behind it, and they're looking up. And we see the scale of it from their eyes, their perspective first, and then it goes to the wide shot, and we're like, wow. So it's like really walking through how they're going to introduce these dinosaurs to us. And that is why they hit so much, because it's really, really well crafted.
Yeah. Another dinosaur introduction, the Dilophosaurus.
Yeah.
Where it had the voiceover on the CD-ROM as they were doing the tour, which gave like a little bit of explanation of what the hell they were and what they did and how they spat and all of that.
Which they didn't really do, but that's not important right now.
Let's not get into the scientific accuracy of this movie, because I don't know, for one, and also who cares? But it gives all that information that becomes relevant later on during Nedry's bungled escape, and there's just a few different examples that just feeds the information to you in a subtle way. Then when it happens, you're like, oh, it's those guys. Oh, it's those. Oh, they're bad, aren't they?
Yeah.
Ooh. So you already know ahead of Nedry that they aren't just little friendly dog-like critters. These fuckers gonna kill.
Yeah.
Which I think is nice. And then I said about the nice subtle exposition as well, explaining Nedry's motivation just with that little interaction between
him and Dodgson.
Him and Dodgson, and then him and Hammond as well.
Yeah.
Where he says like he got cheap, and then he has that little conversation about how he basically got the bid.
That is where Hammond does show a little bit of that ruthless businessman side of him.
No expense spared, apart from.
Yeah, well, I don't ask that people apologise for their mistakes, but I do ask that they pay for them.
So he's clearly like ruthless.
He's in the hole, and he's going to pay. He's
a ruthless businessman.
Yeah.
Who looks like Santa.
He does. Yeah, funny that.
And then final bit of exposition I wanted to call out was just the use of the Mr. DNA thing, just to basically just get all of the science in inverted commas just out there and just explained in a nice little bit, and you're just like, okay, fine.
It's an amazing section. That I love it. I'm sat there watching it like I'm a fucking tourist.
Yeah.
I'm going like, yeah, what's next? Oh, and then what did it? And I'm like glued to it, like I'm sat in the bloody thing, like going. But really, it is just a plot device to get some exposition into me as a viewer. Yeah. And I've sat there, bought it, hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah, because it just feels so like natural and part of it, right? Yeah,
it's really well. So
that wall thing. That was one.
Yeah, no, it's really well done. Well, listen, let me go to something that is well trodden on this film, but however, we can't not mention it. 1993, this film is.
I know, right?
1993, so that means it was in production probably 92, 91, even, right? 91 is nearly the 80s. That's nearly the 80s.
Yes, it's 2 years off, you might say.
Yeah, right. But like, think how much time's passed between the 80s and this film, and how much time has passed between this film and now.
Oh, Carl, the 80s was 20 years ago.
It's mind-boggling.
As we all know, the 80s was 20 years ago.
That's
how it works.
And the mid-80s at that, yeah, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, it's amazing. I mean, how good it looks is incredible, and it's pretty much almost as like, from a movie point of view, but certainly in the Jurassic Park, Jurassic World universe, unsurpassed. And the thing is, it looks so good, and the CGI looks so good, which is what everybody always say, because of Steven Spielberg, right? And I think there's two main reasons for this. I think, firstly, he's put together an amazing movie in terms of pacing and storytelling.
Yep.
Because, crucially, you hardly see the dinosaurs. I don't know if this is true, but I think they're on screen for 14 minutes. I think there's 14 minutes worth of dinosaurs.
Yeah,
in this
about
film.
15, I read.
Right.
Yeah, so
Okay.
you're not far off.
Yeah. And we don't see them, as we've already said, we don't see them until the 20 minutes in, 25 minutes in. Crazy. It's hard to have dated CGI if the thing you're CGing isn't on screen.
And if a lot of it isn't CGI as well.
Well, I'll come to that. I'm talking specifically about the CGI, because everybody always goes, the CGI is really held up.
Yeah.
Secondly, it's not the CG. The reason the CG looks so good is not the CG. It's because the shot looks so good, right? So if you're talking about things, I mean, you look at how he's put this film together. You're going to mention things like the boxier aspect ratio, right? It's not as widescreen as most films are today. It's a bit taller, which is a purposeful thing to make things, show off the vastness in height of these things, rather than like the scale of like wide shots or something like that. We're trying to focus on the dinosaurs or whatever. You've got that. Think about the T-Rex scene. Think about how well that is framed, right? How well that is put together. It's mostly in the dark, and there's one light source.
Yep.
Right. So you're talking about it's like the street lamp, isn't it? That's pretty. You're not actually seeing many details on the dinosaur there because it's in the dark, and it looks brilliant, of course.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of CG there because it isn't there. You haven't got multiple light sources. You got to think how's it fitting with scenery. There just isn't a lot of it there. It's just really well put together. And then, of course, as you've already mentioned, where they do the close-up stuff, it's not CGI anyway.
No,
it's animatronics.
Yep.
Right. And again, they've the way they cut between the two and frame the shot so we come inside the car, and it's just the eye, just the head.
Yeah.
So we don't have to see the whole body and all the rest of it. It's really, really good. So the thing is, I mean, there is an example, I'll say, the T-Rex shot. Compare that, right? So with all the things I've just said, like the fact that there's only one light source and it's in the dark, and actually we just don't see that much of it. Compare that to the shot in here with the Brachiosauruses in the field, which is fully CG, right? Suddenly you've got, it's fully lit, it's scenery, it's got a blend in with. It looks kind of washed out. That shot has dated.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
So it's not that. I mean, it's not bad. It's forgivable for 1993, right?
Good.
Yeah, of course, right. But it's not that the CGI hasn't aged or that the CGI is so much better here. First and foremost, is that Spielberg's made a better film.
Mm-hmm.
And the way then you have to plug these things in and the CGI you have to do is almost like sidelined. It's like less of an issue because he's just made a better film than what they're making today.
And he's thought, how can he effectively use the CGI to do things that he couldn't do with practical bits?
Yeah,
rather than going, oh, should we just do it? Just do everything. We can do anything. Should we just do it?
But where this was at the time, they actually didn't know how much they could do. So originally they were going to do stop motion and then use CGI to blur the frames,
right? So
it appears smoother. And the CGI company turned around to him and went, we can just do all of that in CGI. So
you've seen Terminator 2?
Well, yeah. So they were at a real stage of we actually, from Spielberg's point of view, he doesn't have a lot in his box of tricks on the CGI front. So what he's doing instead is he's working around that. He's working within that constraint, and he's absolutely crafted the fuck out of this film. Yeah. So then when CGI has to step in, it's actually a real secondary, and that is why it holds up. Not because the CGI is better than it is today, like CGI has come on leaps and bounds, but it's used much better because Spielberg has just made a better film than what is being made today. It's a fantastic achievement. It really is.
Yeah, and I think it's that blend of CGI and practical effects which really is the thing of wonder. So, just calling out not even animatronic stuff necessarily. Some of this obviously is, but like the egg hatching, as they've done that with just the little raptor just coming out slowly out of the egg. Bush. But it's just like that. It's magical to watch.
Yeah.
And imagine that's all done with like an animatronic puppet puppet thing, right? Rather than what they would probably do now.
Oh yeah,
It would just be a green tennis ball that would, they'd then just fix, and it just wouldn't have that same what's the word where you're able to touch something? Come on. No, tactile.
Okay, right.
That's like tactile feel to it. Like, feels real. It's in his hand and is actually in his hand.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Obviously, the water ripple with the T-Rex, just the ability to be able to think of what is going to scare the shit out of you.
Again, there's just such craft going into that. Like, how can we introduce this? And today they wouldn't do that, because they'd go, we can do anything we want with CGI.
Yeah.
But when you say we can do anything we want, that's not usually where the best work happens. It's usually when, we can't do this, we can't do this, can't do this. What can we do? Right.
They spent forever asking themselves what they could do, and they didn't ask themselves whether they should.
Nice.
But yeah, that was done. That ripple was done by threading guitar strings underneath the glass of water and plucking it.
Nice.
Someone was just on the floor plucking guitar strings to make
Some geek will have worked out what note that is from the ripples.
Yeah, because apparently the guys do the effects. Spielberg has said this is what he wants, and they were like, yeah, we could do that, and then went, shit, we don't know how to do that. So I had to figure it out. And I just love stories like that,
it's brilliant.
where it's just they've essentially just breaking new ground because they have to.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just love it. Again, the shot that I'd never noticed before in all my previous watches, but noticed in this one, was Malcolm's in the back of the Jeep. He's injured, and there's a T-Rex footprint filled with water.
Yeah,
and you get that tremor, the ripple in there, and the camera's on the footprint, and Malcolm's face is like just a blurry reflection in it.
Yeah,
and then that just focuses in, and Malcolm's face, and you can see the absolute terror on his face, but in the puddle thing. And it's just so beautifully done. It blew me away.
Yeah, I mean, again, I'm gonna make the comparison, right? So I'm thinking of the Jurassic World movies. The dinosaurs in the Jurassic World movies, they don't, as good as they look from a sort of, oh wow, yeah, no, that looks good in a still sort of picture or whatever. You've generated that. That's very good and whatever. They don't feel as heavy in the Jurassic World movies. Mm-hmm. It's almost like they're just jogging around the screen, they're just bouncing around, and it's like they're not real, right?
Yeah.
You don't feel the weight of them. And again, I come back to, of course, the CGI and the practical effects and all that, it's all linked, right? But you don't feel the weight of them because they haven't set it up to feel the weight of them. And just what you were talking about then with the water and the tremors in the footprint. Before we've even seen the dinosaur,
all build up.
We know how heavy and massive these things are, so that when it appears on screen, however you're generating it, you go, oh yeah, that fits. It's just, the craft in this movie is incredible.
I'm sure I read the sound for the T-Rex stomping or whatever was just like two sequoias that have just been
really
hit into the crowd or something.
Yeah,
which makes sense because it's exactly that kind of deep.
Some excellent Foley work there.
Yeah, brilliant. But that more practical effects. So the T-Rex, when breathes out of his nostrils, blows Grant's hat off. So simple.
Yeah.
But just again, it's just that. Well, it's fucking dead right there. Yeah. Like, that is happening. That is
exactly. That's another thing of, it's not me looking at the dinosaur and saying, wow, that looks amazing. The CGI guys have done a real good. It's like, oh no, I've suddenly appreciated the scale of this thing because of something it did. Not even, I'm not even looking at the dinosaur, really. I'm just, he's just blown his hat off. Yeah, fantastic.
And then, again, another thing I noticed for the first time, in the kitchen scene with the raptor, and Lex is trying to hide in the little cupboard thing.
So good, though.
And you can see her doing that, right? And then the raptor runs at this, it turns out it's the shiny surface.
It's the reflection.
Yeah. I've never noticed that before.
Yeah. Because you'd have been scared as shit.
Yeah. I was just
peering through your finger.
Clever. Yeah. That's just how he does it. It's just such a great fake out.
Yeah, it's really good. I've got some more specifically script stuff, but my other note in production is the sound.
Yeah. And with the music as well?
Yeah, soundtrack.
Yeah.
I mean, the sound is incredible. Like you just said about the stomping, but the T-Rex roar, I mean, oh my God, that is like so distinctive. I think it's like loads of animals together, the way they've sort of captured that.
That was my did you know, yeah. So the infamous roar of the T-Rex was a composite of dog, penguin, tiger snarl, alligator's gurgle, and a baby elephant's squeal.
Yeah, amazing. It is so good. I'm sure it's one of those occasions where I'm like superimposing a memory onto, an actual memory. I may have had once, but I can almost remember being in the cinema and how I felt when
you feel like
that
it's in your face when it
over.
rolls. You know what I mean? You're almost imagining like your hair going up and like just being blown in your face with that noise.
Yeah, it's such a guttural but all like powerful roar. Amazing. Some brilliant sound in this film. And then, to dovetail with that, the soundtrack. I mean, the first bit of Goosebumps for me, soundtrack-wise, is obviously as the helicopter moves in over the island. And you get, it's
the soar, isn't it? It starts soaring. The score starts soaring.
Just incredible. And you see the absolute, and that's a beautifully framed shot as well. I saw somebody comparing it to a similar helicopter shot in Jurassic World. And they were just saying, like, the differences and where they put the camera. I can't remember the details, but the point was Spielberg manages to get across the vastness of this island.
Yeah.
And obviously, therefore, everything to come. You combine that with the score at that moment, it's just, like you say, it soars.
Another way it does that with the size and scale is that drop that the helicopter does.
Yeah.
As well, where it's just going down. It keeps on going down. It's going down forever. You're like, Jesus Christ, it's gone a long way down there. This island must be massive.
Yeah.
But yeah, the score, I think it's so brilliant at building tension. It also gives a sense of wonder and discovery at those moments where you're seeing these things for the first time.
Yeah.
And then, as you say, the score then soars off and you get the big theme coming in. And I think, I'm not a score guy, if you know what I mean. I don't study the things. But it's got to be right up there.
Oh, yeah. I'm just going to jump to a bit of writing because you mentioned the helicopter descent.
Mm-hmm.
You remember what Hammond says to them as they're about to do the ascent?
The descent?
Yeah. The descent.
No?
It's going to be bumpy, right? Put on your seatbelts.
Yeah.
And what happens? The descent, what happens on the descent? They're trying to put the seatbelts on.
Wait, Grant has two of the wrong ends. Or
two of the wrong ends. Specifically, what ends are they?
I don't know what you call them.
They're the female ends.
Oh, right, okay.
Because the male end juts out, it goes into the female end.
Sure.
Yeah. So he has two female ends.
Yeah.
Right? Which is similarly for all the dinosaurs in Jurassic Park females. And he can't get his seatbelt done up because he's looking at it and going, well, what do I do here?
Yeah.
What does he do?
Finds a way.
He finds a way. He just ties him, doesn't he? And it's like a tiny little detail. I was like, they fucking meant that. They 100%
Did you notice that yourself?
That.
That's mental.
Yeah. I was like, they 100% meant that. And it's brilliant like that. I'm just like, yes! I'm like, yeah. But, you don't notice that on the first time.
No.
Because we haven't had the line yet.
No.
Well, I can run through. I'm like, they meant that, for God's sake.
Yeah, you wouldn't put it past them for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've joked with, well, not joked. We've done a game with John Williams scores, right? And how similar they are. But we did notice when we were doing it, Jurassic Park distinctly different.
Yeah.
And I think it shows from this. It's still got some Williams elements to it, like it's recognisably him, but it's more distinct. And I think it's
and bizarrely, and I know I'm not the biggest fan, that even includes Star Wars. You remember I was mixing Star Wars up with some of the others.
Yeah.
And we did some of the other, because you would, in isolation, you go, Star Wars, it's a fantastic theme, Star Wars.
Yeah.
You'd go, you'd never mix that up with anything else. But I did.
Yeah.
Not Jurassic Park, though.
No. Jurassic Park was the easiest one to flip out of and do. Yeah.
That's amazing. It's absolutely amazing.
Yeah, brilliant.
Okay, so, I mean, my final point, just on some of the writing and some of the lines, absolutely terrific. I mean, you've already riffed on it in your intro, Welcome to Jurassic Park. That is a nothing line.
Yeah.
And it was obvious that line is going to be said at some point because he's opening, but the way they deliver that welcome to Jurassic Park with the music and everything. Amazing. Life Finds a Way is absolutely iconic.
Not how he says it, though, is it? It's so good how he says it.
Life finds a way.
And only Goldblum could say it in that way, with that.
And of course, that does that finish round off, or does that lead him into his rant about, you were so preoccupied with whether you could, you never stopped to think whether you should.
Two slightly
that's a great exchange in itself. It's not quite as a snappy line as that, but it's a fantastic exchange. Preoccupied whether they could, never stop thinking should. Brilliant. I love, probably my favourite one is Muldoon. Mm-hmm. When the raptors are hunting him.
Yeah, clever girl.
Clever girl, yeah.
How many times have you used that in life?
Oh, yeah, you do. Just clever girl.
Clever girl.
Yeah, fantastic. I love another Muldoon one. So when the storm hits, Nedry is on his way. And Samuel L. Jackson and Hammond and whoever else is with him, they're at the computer. Mm-hmm. And they're obviously panicking. They're trying to get the systems back up online and all the rest of it. And Muldoon comes in from behind camera and he looms over them. So he's only partially in shot and he looms over them. And he says that the raptor fences aren't out, are they? And it's a brilliant way to just add some real fucking gravity to that line because of the way he's like, I think it's blocking and framing.
Sure.
Because of the way they've set that shot up to go, that's not just an off-camera line, or it's just a cut across or a pan to Muldoon
looming impending.
Oh my god,
doom.
yeah, he's like over the top going. The raptor fences out, are they? Fantastic. And actually, this isn't a line, but the finale, the T-Rex in the visitor centre roars and the sign floats across. I mean, it's a bit of an indulgence, but what a shot that is!
We might come to that later.
Yeah. No, fantastic.
There's 2 points that I didn't make relating to how it's aged. And I think, right, you talked about the Brachiosaurus being like the only part where the CGI looks a bit maybe like washed out or whatever.
Yeah.
I think, again, in the Stampede as well is another one where it's in that full daylight and the stampede of whatever the hell they are are coming towards it. Again, it's one
it's
of the
in
things,
light again.
Yeah,
that's
where you just go, there's just a moment.
Again,
doesn't matter, but it is
it's fine. But it just comes back to my point of there aren't many of those, which is why the CGI looks so good, because Spielberg has chosen, we won't put ourselves in that position.
Yeah, no, exactly.
And it works.
Precisely.
It's fantastic.
And then the only way the only way that it's really dated now is the bloody computers.
Yeah.
Like you look at the computers and you look at that and the fact they talk getting excited by a CD-ROM.
Yeah.
It's the only thing that really dates the movie. Like, take that out.
Yeah.
It could be now. Like, it could be set in 2025.
Well, I mean, Jurassic World is essentially a rehashing of this movie. Mm-hmm. Really. There's not a lot of difference in plot points. So, yeah, exactly right. I mean, I remember one of the things I loved and appreciate this time around as well, I just remember thinking how fucking great the cars were, how cool they were. Whether it's the red and white one, the red and white Jeeps, or the yellow and green Jeeps, fantastic. And then, of course, they go through the gates. I mean, what a bit of set design that is. The Jurassic Park gates, like something like a King Kong or something.
That's what they say. That's the line, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, they do.
King Kong?
Yeah, what have they got in there? Yeah. Is that Grant or...
no, it's Malcolm, I think.
Ian Malcolm, yeah, of course. Yeah. No, it's amazing. Amazing.
It wouldn't be production if we didn't talk budget. 63 million budget.
Fuck me, what a bargain.
I mean, I guess in 1993 that would, adjusted for inflation, yada, yada, yada.
But, what would it be now, 100 million?
Yeah, like it's not going to be 500 million, is it?
No.
And it's taken 1.1 billion worldwide. So that's...
Do you know what, right?
That's pretty tasty.
If you put that on at the cinema, again, Jurassic World, and marketed it the way they do a modern film, I bet it'd take $1 billion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I bet it would. It's amazing.
No, I'd go see it at the cinema again.
100%, yeah.
See that on an IMAX or, like that size screen. Oof.
Yeah, incredible.
That'd be good. Okay, Carl, you got anything more production?
Nope.
Okay, let's pause and then we'll go to a game. All right, Carl. So the game today is Spielberg Blockbusters.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah?
That's good.
Right, so I've obviously got a bit of a theme for you. And here we go. Spielberg blockbusters, worth a try. There's no Bob Holness, but you've got Cy hosting. Spielberg blockbusters rule the screen. You love blockbusters, and so do I. If you're not from the UK, please don't cry. Can Carl complete the gold run objective with Spielberg blockbusters? Solve the clues, win a prize.
Here's the host of Blockbusters.
Me!
Very good.
So it's Blockbusters, Carl. We're doing the gold run.
I like that. I won't have nightmares about that one.
I've not ruined an actual song, I
Yeah.
suppose, is the one plus point there. So I didn't realise when I recorded that song that actually Blockbuster's not a UK thing. It's in America, but they had like adults doing it. Not the same.
Yeah.
I like the fact that it was basically children.
Students and stuff like that. Yeah.
But so people will be familiar with this potentially if they were around in the 80s or 90s. So, Carl, you have a grid of hexagons, each with letters on it. You are going to have to state the hexagon you want to start with. I'll read out a clue, and you have to give the answer that has the initials on that hexagon. So,
Yeah. I'm going to give me a clue because I'm looking at this grid and I should be able to just work this out on initials. I guess it's initials, is it?
these aren't just names of the films. These are going to be questions related to Spielberg films.
Oh, okay,
So
right.
it's-
Because I
I'm
was
not-
going
I'm not made
to
it
say,
easy.
because I am blanking already. Yeah.
So, if,
Okay.
for example, you chose, I don't know, MTN, my clue might be our podcast, and you would say,
Jurassic Park?
Movie the Needle. Yes,
Oh,
thank you.
Moving the Needle. All
Yes,
right, with you. Sorry.
MTN.
Yeah, but that's Spielberg, though. So.
Yeah, no, but this is just to get the idea of the game
Okay,
for
right,
those
okay,
people
yeah,
that aren't
yeah.
familiar with, the children of
Blockbusters. Yeah,
the,
right.
the
got you.
youngsters that
Yeah.
don't know what Blockbusters is.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so if you get it right, it turns gold. If you get it wrong, it turns black.
Right.
So you're going to have to kind of keep track of this a little bit yourself. Okay.
All right.
So I would suggest maybe, I don't know, getting a...
I've got you, don't
yeah,
worry.
you're good?
Yeah.
So you're going to have 60 seconds. Oh, shit, I need to do a timer as well.
Oh, Christ.
Didn't
60
think about this.
seconds.
All right. I mean, that's what it is in the game. I can give you longer if you want, Carl, but,
Can you?
that's what it is in the thing. We
Oh,
can
quite.
time it and just see how long it takes you if you want and see if you do it under the 60 seconds.
No, let's go for the 6. Let's give me the time pressure, just like we would have had in the game.
Okay. All right. I don't know how to work the timer. Hold on. Right, we're good. Okay, Carl, are you ready to play Spielberg Blockbusters?
Yeah. I think I'll go AI.
Wait, hold on. You're going AI first.
Yeah.
Okay. On your marks, get set, go. AI. The setting for Jaws.
Oh, Amity Island.
Correct.
FAJ.
FAJ. Name of the Leo character in Catch Me If You Can.
Frank Abagnale Jr.
Correct.
MP.
MP. In Close Encounters, what Roy Neary uses to make the mountain shape?
Mashed potato.
Yes.
TLW.
TLW. The sequel to Jurassic Park.
The Lost World. SW.
SW. Legendary special effects guy who did the
Stan
animatronics.
Winston.
Yay! He's done it! Very good. 37 seconds.
Oh,
Very good.
What a game. What a game, by the way. What a
You
game.
like it? I'm glad I made the 20 clues that you used 5 of. That's good. That's an
gonna find me
excellent use
another
of an
couple more
hour
for
of my life
funsies?
yesterday. You're going to go through them offline, okay? We're going to turn off the thing and you're just going to answer all of them and see how many you get.
Well, a couple more for funsies, because people at home might want to guess.
Okay, fine, right.
Let's go AOTC.
AOTC. Okay. The MacGuffin in Raiders of the Lost Ark.
I don't know. What's it called? The what do you call it?
I mean, it's
What's Holy Grail in it? What's
the
it?
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah, the Ark of the something.
Yeah. Something we're going to see.
Crusaders.
No. Ark of the Covenant.
Covenant. Oh yeah, well, I wouldn't have got that, to be fair.
Oh, you chose
Okay.
the right path.
What about O? If I'd have gone that way.
The name of the boat in Jaws.
Oh, that's the Aurora. No,
Close.
Orca.
Oh.
Yeah. What's the Aurora then?
I don't know, but it doesn't begin with
No, it's Orca. Yeah, no, it doesn't. Yeah, okay.
Any
One more
others
then.
you
Let's
wanna
go SL.
SL. Released in the same year as Jurassic Park. Spielberg blockbuster.
Spielberg 93. Oh, I don't know.
Schindler's List.
Oh, was that not? Yes.
Same year. How about that for a double feature?
Christ almighty, he made some money that year, didn't he? Yeah.
You want to do a couple more?
No, I'll do one more. One more for the people at home. Let's go AIAI.
2001 movie starring Haley Joel Osment.
Oh, AII, Artificial Intelligence.
Correct. Okay, can you do BHGLL?
Where's that? BHGL.
You ready?
Yeah.
What's ET short for?
I don't know, mate.
Because he's got little legs.
Oh, I'd have hated you if I'd have picked that. I'd have absolutely hated you to look on that way. I'm glad you put that one at the top and not in the middle.
I did that purposefully.
Because, oh my God, there'd have been fucking... Yeah, I see at the end there, ETTE -T, which is obviously ET, the extraterrestrial.
Yep, yeah.
Right, anyway, come on, moving on.
Very good. All right, let's go on to the plot. Okay, and again, I've got 3 little points here, much littler than the production points. But I do want to start with convenient stupidity to add tension.
Go on.
So, only a couple of examples. How fucking hard is it to turn off a torch? Just press the button that you turned it on with the button. Turn it off with the button.
Yeah.
Come on.
Also, why did she turn it on?
What? Exactly.
That's the real issue, here, isn't it? Why did she turn it on?
What were you hoping to achieve here?
I mean,
Scare
look,
it off?
She's going to be in therapy for years, so we shouldn't, shouldn't hold it against her. But
Yep.
Yeah.
So that was one. The second one was when Tim is climbing down the fence, and he takes about an hour to count down from 3 to jump when he could have just climbed down the fence. But works.
He's shitting his pants, mate. He's still shitting his pants about the jump.
He didn't need to jump. That's what I'm saying. Could have just wandered down in the time it took to jump.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, adds a great bit of tension. So yeah, I didn't care.
My number one note on this, right? I suppose you could put this down to writing, but do you know what I like about this? They're proper characters, and I know we've said about like how well they sell, but that's not what I mean. The kids are just kids.
Mm-hmm.
They're just kids. They're not some fucking precocious, multifaceted character or whatever that's got story arcs coming out their fucking ears.
One of them's a hacker, though. Conveniently hacker. But...
Well, not really, is it? She's just a kid
she
who happens to be slightly more tech savvy, than someone around him. He's just a bit of a geek who happens to have liked dinosaurs, right?
Yeah.
He's not like they're just normal kids, and they act like normal kids throughout the movie.
Don't have special abilities.
They don't, and I feel like the sequels get this wrong. In all sorts of ways, actually, because sometimes they're like sassy kids, personality-wise, that are way beyond the years. Like it's the second one where his daughter's stowing away and all the rest of it, and we get to the third one, and he's fucking Bear Grylls. That kid, he's like, oh yeah, I've been surviving here for ages. I've harvested this fucking Spinosaur piss to keep the other dinosaurs away, or whatever it is. I don't know. So yeah, it's all like modern tosh. Similarly, Alan Grant is just an archaeologist.
Yep.
In Rebirth, the Alan Grant character is like fucking Indiana Jones.
Yeah. Well, you could see it was almost like an intentional thing, wasn't it? It could definitely have been Indiana Jones, right?
I disagree.
No, he could have been. I don't think he
wanted Harrison Ford.
Mm-hmm.
Spielberg, right? Now, that doesn't mean that he wanted the character to be Indiana Jones in this, right? Yeah. But that suggests to me that he initially wanted a more focused one. And I think it works so much better for Alan Grant to be an archaeologist who doesn't really like kids, who's got to somehow stumble his way through this. Mm-hmm. And they get that wrong
because he's not doing anything massively physically impressive, right?
No.
In this, like the most impressive thing is the swinging on the rope barrier of the rope to get from one to the other to avoid the car. Everything else is just like a little bit of climbing. That's it. He doesn't do anything.
Even Jurassic Park 2, they don't get this quite right, because you got Julianne Moore, who's there as a dinosaur expert, apparently, or nature conservationist, whatever she is. But she's also this fucking fearless, almost female indie type character as well. Yeah, and it's like, no. I mean, in here, Ian Malcolm, wisely sidelined for most of the movie, because he's not an action hero and they don't make him one. He's just there to provide the crazy ends of breaking his leg, comic relief, and then they move him to the side. They just get it so right. And another thing about these characters they're adults. They present like adults. They talk about adult things like divorces, their jobs. Whereas in Jurassic World, it's like we introduced the generation in between, and there's a sneering element that comes into it because you get these people these younger adults who are sneering at the older ones because they don't understand the world, and actually it's all like this, and they're all like little, sneering at their elders. They're all like, whatever, granddad, you just don't get this world anymore. It doesn't work. I mean, compare the dinosaur wranglers, Muldoon, and how badass he is, to the fucking childish gimp that is Chris Pratt's Owen Grady, right? It's like night and day, and it's like you really, they are what they are. I'm an apologist for this. I enjoy Jurassic World, but that's such a big part of how much more they lean into being quote unquote fun and less of a serious, scary, good movie.
Yeah, you know who was wanting to direct this? Who wanted to get the rights to it?
Go on,
James Cameron.
Okay, yeah.
He got beaten to it by
that time,
about like a week or whatever he was doing it.
Yeah.
And Cameron was just like, he was basically wanting to make Alien, but with dinosaurs.
At that time, it would have been a bit scarier and bigger. But like, what a masterpiece Terminator is, and Alien and stuff like that. So
yeah, and he's gone on record to say like, yep, Spielberg was the right one for this one. That's fine. I would have made a worse film. So
he would have made a really good film, though. I'm sure
yeah,
of that.
Yeah,
but he wouldn't have had the same wonder in it.
It wouldn't have been fun it wouldn't have been fair to the kids.
No, Spielberg has treaded that line really, really well, and he's managed to put some wonder in it as well as the scary side of it. Yeah.
Speaking of which, so how this still manages to create tension, no matter how many times you've seen it, is ridiculous. Like, I literally am like sweaty palmed watching it, and it's like I know exactly what is going to happen. I literally watched this film twice in the last like 6 months. This is I shouldn't be having this visceral reaction to it.
I mean, this goes hand in hand with the writing, all the writing elements we've discussed, but it is just a really, really good plot. The way it's sort of structured, and it's almost like these little scenes that are threaded together. We open up by seeing but not seeing the dinosaurs.
Yes.
Brilliant. Big check there.
I always forget, right, that is the first scene.
Yeah.
Whenever I watch it again, I'm like, oh yeah, this scene. Yeah. This is the first scene.
Yeah.
I don't know what I think the first scene is, but I'm always surprised. I'm like, oh yeah, I forget
it's great.
exists.
It's a great opening because you're like, grab your audience, but don't actually give the game away.
No, it's intense, and all you see is that eye, and the eyes meet. Like Muldoon's eye, like makes eye contact with the raptor, and you just like those
shooter.
Yes.
Then we go to the amber mine, and we get the amber, and it's like suddenly providing the first bit of backstory.
Yep.
And we get that amazing iconic shot of him holding the amber up with the mosquito in it. Fantastic. And we've already in that scene again. We talk about how good the writing is, but we already get like a lawyer.
Yep.
And they're going to get shut down if they can't get this right. And
introduces Malcolm and Grant in
fantastic.
That as well. Yep.
And then it's like we cut then to dinosaur experts. So Grant is being mentioned, but we introduce him. We find out what he's all around, but also he sets up the raptor and the claw, and
he sets up so much. He sets
because
up
he sets up the T-Rex vision,
dislike for kids. Yeah, as well. All in that one scene.
Yeah,
which does bring me to the question, Carl. Whose kid is that Grant absolutely traumatizes at the dig site?
I think his mum's just sat over him, listening to it all, going like,
"Why is he there?"
yeah, like, yeah. No, it's brilliant that, and it feels so organic the way it sets all that up. And then we'll cut into Nedry and the scumbag. His meeting with Dodson. We got Dodson here.
Who makes a reappearance, right? But as a different actor in the third Jurassic World.
Yeah, the third one, is it?
Yeah, I haven't seen it, so I need to watch that with him because he's working his way through them. I'm yet to see it.
Yeah, you do. You need to see the 6th and 7th. I hated Dennis Nedry as a kid. Hated him because it's all your fault.
Oh effective then, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, he's really good.
He's so well played.
Yeah,
so well played.
He's just like he's detestable in every way.
It's like smell him.
He's sloppy.
I can smell him.
He's sloppy and he's like devious and. Yeah, and then we get to the island. You two female into the seatbelt. Life finds a way. I said in the plot bit, I'm watching the fucking DNA video like I'm a fucking visitor. Brilliant. I'm absolutely glued to it. Smart exposition really works for the kids as well. We get our first sort of warning line going, you bred raptors. So, some feeding. We see some feeding. Again, we don't see the dinosaur. And at that point, that is when, and that's all brilliant and it's all pretty brisk. That is when it goes, right, and now we're going to settle in and now stuff's going to start to go wrong. And that's when it becomes this, like, there's not actually that many segments when you think about it, but they're just so iconic.
Well, I love the fact that there's like this impending storm, right, with the weather, which is just that allegory for the impending shit that's about to hit the fan there. And like when the weather comes, that's when it all goes to shit.
Yeah, it's really good. I mean, the T-Rex bit is brilliant, as we know, and then we get like it ends up breaking us up into these two sort of lines, doesn't it? Where we've got Alan Grant and the kids just trying to survive and make their way through that, whilst everyone else is trying to get their park back online and everything.
But the thing that they achieve so well with this is that you care about everyone.
Yeah.
Which, with two child characters, you could very much be going, fucking just kill them.
Yeah.
Just kill the kids. Jesus Christ, I don't care. But you don't. You are actually going. You're actually going like, oh yeah, I hope they all make it. Yeah. I hope they do build a little relationship, and they've got a little new father figure stuff from their little divorced parents, and Grant comes around, and all of that.
No, it's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. It does such a good job of setting us up. And then, we go to these sort of dual storylines. You've got so many iconic scenes. I mean, the probably the pinnacle for a lot of people is the raptors in my kitchen.
What am I gonna do?
Yeah, is that a song? Have you just pulled that out?
The rat in my kitchen. Yeah, there's a rat.
All right, yeah, don't know what that is.
No?
But no.
Okay, fine. Well,
where's that come from?
I don't know. Some like old reggae thing. I don't know.
Fine, yeah.
It might be Ali G, actually. I might be Ali G. It might be an Ali G thing.
Okay, yeah, don't mind it. Hated and love the scene with the Dilophosaurus and Nedry getting in his eyes.
Yeah.
Scary stuff.
That stuck in my head most as a kid. That scene. That was the one. Not the T-Rex. It was that with the spitting Dilophosaurus. Carl, call back to a previous episode we've done. Did you mention something about the Jurassic Park car park or something?
Yes.
What was that about? Because I forgot. All I remembered was the fact that you called something a car park.
I'll
You going to come to that?
I'll come into it and changes.
Okay.
What episode was that?
I don't know why it even came up, but I just remember it.
Okay, we'll come on to the changes. Yeah.
Your labelling of something as the car park.
Yeah.
Can I call out one thing which I noticed most this time, which I thought was one of the more impressive feats that they achieved in this, that you would not get nowadays in anything like this? That it doesn't fall into it being a love story between Grant and Ellie.
That's suggested rather than
it's
actually
suggested,
seen,
but it's not like there's not this whole thing where it's just like, oh, we've been deciding whether it's going to be, and now I know that now they're reunited and they're going to get together and they're going to go off and have like a happy ending. Like they so could easily have done that, and everything, as you said before, everything's just like it's just adults, talking like adults to like realistic adult people.
Yeah.
When like Malcolm's in the car, sort of obviously having flirted with Ellie loads, and he's talking to Grant. So, are you two? And Grant's just like, yeah. But you don't really get that sense that they are.
Yeah, it's one of those. I mean, again, great writing, because it's one of those where it's like you've kind of assumed that there might be something there, but we're never really shown it. So you go in, is there? And with that line, and that is like, well, he's being defensive. Is this just a one-sided thing? And it's brilliant. You get all that sort of wondering, but it's great in the way that we never actually.
It's not resolved.
Follow that through, because it's actually not that important.
No, exactly.
Something again which they do in the sequels.
Exactly.
But that's a modern film thing. It's like we don't need a fucking love arc in everything.
Yeah, but they do for the ratings.
I know. Yeah, it's annoying.
So the fact that Spielberg just left it, I thought was again
good.
just credit to him. The guy knows what he's doing.
He really does. It's a fantastic movie. It's a fantastically plotted movie. It moves so well. It's still scary, like you say.
Yeah.
Great.
Any more on plot?
Well, no, I think I'll close things out by giving you my rating of the franchise, my ranking of the franchise.
Let's hear it. Are you going?
I'm going in
top?
reverse order.
Yeah.
Going in reverse order. So even though I think some of these are shit, I've watched them all. Would I watch them again? I wouldn't rule out a Jurassic franchise rewatch in the future. Bottom of the list is Jurassic World Dominion, or Jurassic World 3, if you like.
Yeah.
Really disappointing. And I'll say this.
That's when the characters come back, isn't it? There's the Grant's in it. And
yeah, pretty much everyone's in it. Frustrating, right? Because Jurassic Park, we all know and love. Mm-hmm. The Lost World, Jurassic Park 2, a natural continuation of the storyline, as in, well, what happens next? You just got all these dinosaurs on this island, and we see conflicting conflicting motivations, but we see people going over there to try to do something with them, right? And then Jurassic Park 3 just completely departs from that. Instead, we go to this weird story of the stranded kid on the island, and we've got to go rescue him. Mm-hmm. It's very strange. When you think at the end of The Lost World, they'd brought a T-Rex back to mainland USA, and it's going to wreak havoc, and we just never touch that again. Very weird. Jurassic World rehashes Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Even right down to the weaponizing thing that we've got in here, like people trying to buy the eggs and all the rest of it. Mm-hmm. Jurassic World 2 picks up and follows on where the Lost World did. Well, we got all these dinosaurs in this island after the theme park went wrong. What's going to happen with them? Very, very similar. And Jurassic World 3 Dominion follows through. It goes, well, we've brought dinosaurs back to civilization at the end of Jurassic World 2. So what's going to happen? Jurassic World 3 follows through. My God, is it shit? They just really dropped the ball. So it's like, oh, finally, at least this is followed through. No, rubbish. Jurassic World 2 is in number 6. Mm-hmm. It's all right. It's not great. The Indoraptor. Yeah. Crawling all over the house. Yeah. Fine. Jurassic Park 3. Mm-hmm. Number 5. Just a bit silly. Really, just a bit silly. Now, you can swap either of these two around, but I've gone number 4, Jurassic World Rebirth, the new one.
Yeah, okay.
It's decent. I enjoyed that. Some better set pieces in that one. Jurassic World is my number 3, which is just a rehashing of Jurassic Park, which is the best movie, and it's nowhere near as good as Jurassic Park, but it is lots of fun. Jurassic Park 2 of The Lost World comes in at number 2. I do think that's a little bit slept on, but having rewatched it after this, it is, again, nowhere as good as Jurassic Park, which, of course, comes in at number 1. So you've seen 5 of them, then?
I've seen 5 of them,
Would your list be much different from that in terms of order?
No, I think that seems about right. You went basically 1, 2, 4, 3, right, as your top 4.
Correct. Well, Rebirth is slotted in there, but yeah, correct.
Oh, yeah. Okay, Rebirth as well, yeah. So, I imagine that's going to be fairly similar.
Yeah. I think, to be fair, I think it's a fairly commonly held.
It's not a lot of controversy, is there? There's no one going Jurassic World is better than Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Like, if there is anyone that's saying that,
it'd be weird, wouldn't it?
It would be odd.
Chris Pratt fans, probably.
But still, like, come on. Anyway, right, should we move on to cast? All right, so the cast. Now, I always split this into leads and support, right? Mm-hmm. Quite tricky. Who would you call the leads? Where would the leads stop?
It's another great example of how well this is put together. Because you could say, there's a load of them.
Yeah.
There's like 4 or 5 adults, the kids.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, you got some minor characters like Muldoon. And Samuel L. Jackson's character, I forget what he's called. But yeah, it's weird. It's like, it's a lot, isn't it?
Yeah. So I went like, well, it's Sam Neill and Laura Dern. Are they the leads? But then Laura Dern's not. Is it just Sam Neill?
No, this is still Hollywood. Laura Dern's got a lot less to do in this movie than Sam Neill has.
Well, let's start with Sam Neill as Alan Grant. Now, before I start, is it Sam Neill or is it Neil Sam?
Yeah, you love this, don't you? The 2 first names.
But before I continue, is it Alan Grant or is it Grant Allen? It's not often you get both.
Yeah, very
good.
Not
often you get both.
Very good, very good. I feel like you've been a little cool on Sam Neill in the past. It was an Escape Plan. which obviously wasn't a brilliantly written thing, but I've suggested him for a couple of recastings. You were like, oh, no. You can...
I mean, he's fantastic in this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do well to remember that, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but just, name something else that he's been amazing in.
Dead Calm.
Not seen it.
Oh, well, there's your problem.
Sounds like a shark film.
No. Watch it. It's good.
Okay.
Peaky Blinders, obviously.
It's not a film, don't care.
Well, yeah, okay. I feel the problem, though, is coming from that direction over there and less from Sam's direction. Yeah. So, yeah, no, he's fantastic. He's absolutely believable as an archaeologist who's passionate about that and really doesn't like kids and, that reluctant hero. Very good. Very good.
Utterly convincing as everything. He's able to do the drama. He's able to give the feels, as you like, and brings the comedy as well. There's
he's a couple of little right moments. Yeah.
The electrocution joke on the kids at the barrier, absolutely brilliant.
Yeah,
it's just I could imagine myself doing the same thing. It's just
that's the kind of joke that like somebody who's not quite sure how to deal with kids makes, and then the mother goes, maybe not, maybe that's a bit too far. Brilliant, yeah, fantastic.
But yeah, I thought he was fantastic.
Yeah,
Laura Dern then.
Yeah, this is difficult because I've just gone. Yeah,
I think she's pretty delightful though. She's quite.
Yeah, and she has some fun with winding him up with the kids, and she said, Ellie said it'd be good if I was to ride with you and all the rest of it. But she has a lot less to do than Alan Grant. That's the problem with the character.
She's obviously basically like the sidekick when they are together. Like she is definitely secondary, but she's realistic, geeky, slightly awkward. She's not like super confident or anything. She's just kind of there, and she's
passionate about animals and stuff again.
I mean, come on. Yeah. But then she has to do a little bit of the action side of things. She does. Is able to do that. Not just a damsel in distress, which is nice to see that she actually is able to kind of kick ass. Not really kick ass, just kind of
get it done.
Yeah, just kind of defend herself a little bit. She's also able to portray that concern for them without being like a big tearful mess of a woman as well. You get that she really cares about Alan. You don't really know what the relationship is, as we've kind of talked about.
Yeah, how one way is this, Alan?
Yeah, you don't find out, but she clearly cares for him.
Yeah,
and has the empathy for the kids and other people that are out there as well. And she gets that across, I think. But Laura Dern's a weird one generally, I think, in other roles I've seen her in. Like she's in. I'm most familiar with her in like Marriage Story recently, where she's like
she's a twat in that.
Yeah, she is a twat in it, but she's there as a very like strong, attractive, powerful woman. I don't know, you don't really necessarily get that from her in this, but I'm not familiar with a load of other stuff though. So yes. So this is where I labelled supports, and it's basically just everyone else. But I started with Malcolm, Jeff Goldblum.
Just riz for days. He's always on a simply relentless shagger.
That bare chest, glistening, little sneaky, sexy little fucker, considering he's so odd looking.
Yeah, it's never far from his mind to find the next ex-Mrs. Malcolm.
Yeah, and he got together with Laura Dern after filming as well.
I bet he did. Like a rat up a drain pipe.
Yeah. But he's great, isn't he?
It's an iconic performance, and look, he's always a bit weird in these other roles. I'm thinking like Independence Day.
Is he basically the same thing in Independence Day?
I think he kind of is. But I think this is the one, I mean, I'd have to look at his filmography, but this is the one I think he's dining out on. Yeah. And rightfully so. It's a fantastic performance.
Yeah. Richard Attenborough, John Hammond.
Yeah, like you said, the sort of the cuddly granddad, but we can warm to him, but still a businessman and got a passion for it and all that good stuff. Yeah.
I think that Scottish accent does a lot of work, though. I think it makes him, if he was a posh London accented thing,
he'd be a villain.
Exactly. You'd see it coming with a little twang. The Scottish twang softens the character. So yeah, pretty nice. Joseph Mazzello as Tim, the little kid.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that both of the kids were very good because they're asked to be kids,
Yep.
and they go and act like kids. It's very good.
He's actually had some sort of career, that guy as well. You know, he was in Bohemian Rhapsody, played John Deacon in that. Largely other TV stuff and things, but yeah, I think he's pretty good because that role, like with any kid character, they can be excruciating, can't they?
Yeah. Yeah, you can get it wrong. And that's what I say about the precocious thing. You get these little fucking upstart kids or actors in these roles. It's like, just settle down. You're here to play a part. And these are just has to be kids, and they're very good at it. And it really, really works. He'd
auditioned for Hook, for like the main kid character in Hook, but he was deemed too young, and then Spielberg obviously kept him in mind for this.
Fair enough.
Ariana Richards as Lex.
Yeah, same note.
She's a little more irritating, but still good.
Oh, I don't know.
Bob Peck as Muldoon.
Oh, my favourite character.
He's great, isn't he?
Just amazing.
Utterly convincing. You can imagine him having a room full of trophies on his wall, just like various heads just up there.
Yeah.
He's badass, but he's not a dick about it.
No, he's a professional. He's an utter professional. That's what he is.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Sam Jackson's Arnold.
Yeah, great.
Small role.
Yeah, but it's a great role.
Yeah, he wasn't the first one to die. That's good.
Yeah, he'll like that. But he did die.
He did die. Yeah.
But I thought he really impressed upon the role as well. He brought some real flavour to that role. Very good.
I watched this with Theo again, the second time we watched it this year, and he marvelled at his ability to act while permanently having a cigarette in his mouth. Like, that must be hard. Like, he's probably able to speak with you understanding. Sticking out. Nedry as Wayne Knight as Nedry. Fantastic.
Terrific. Yeah. Hated him. Terrific.
Brilliant. Like, it's hard to say that he's your favourite character.
Oh, he's awful.
But
yeah, like you say,
it's one of my favourite performances.
Yeah.
In it.
Terrific.
Anyone else you wanted to?
I mean, Henry Wu is worth a shout out because I think he's been in all 7.
I know he definitely appears in the Jurassic World ones. I don't know if he's been.
Oh, you're right. I don't know if he's in 2 and 3, is he?
Yeah.
So he's in 1, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, no, that was it.
Recasting. Oh, have you done everyone? What have you
done?
No,
I've done a few.
Grant?
Yeah, so Alan Grant it's tricky because, like I say, Spielberg wanted Harrison Ford. No, I think this works better for not having an Indiana Jones character in here.
Definitely.
So I want someone who's a bit more cerebral than that, but can still sort of less of an action man, more of an archaeologist. So I quite like Bruce Greenwood. I like him. I can see him being equally passionate about the dinosaurs, grumpy about kids, but in the way that Alan Grant does, getting it done.
So I'm with a Dennis Quaid.
Yeah. Now, I consider Dennis Quaid. The problem with Dennis Quaid is it's not so much the action man side of things, although I know he's done a bit of that.
Him being an
it's the cocky
archaeologist, like a what are they called?
Archaeologist is right. Yeah.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah.
Even with dinosaurs.
Oh, it's
paleontologist.
Yeah, paleontologist. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're quite right. I've been saying archaeologist all this way through, but it's paleontologist, quite right. Yeah, he's just a bit too cocky. I think he's a bit too look at me sort of thing, and hedging more towards the action side of thing. I think I want someone more like, I just want to do my work, leave me alone.
I don't know. I feel like he could do that side, the
Yeah,
dislike of children, the kind of detached kind
he
of.
He could do it as an, he could hate. I believe he could hate kids. You know, yes, he could do it as an actor, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think
considering
Sam Neill's better.
Yeah,
let's put it that way. What about Ellie?
Too young for Emily Blunt.
Oh, too young for Emily Blunt. Yeah, was she alive? Yeah, she would have been alive.
I mean, you can go Julianne Moore. Would be great. Obviously, she was cast in Jurassic World Part 2.
Yeah. Which was 4 years later, I think.
97, yeah.
Yeah. I went Helen Hunt.
Helen Hunt's not a bad shout at all. I like Helen Hunt. Mine was actually Emma Thompson. But I mean, Emma Thompson, well, she could be. It doesn't matter, does it? Emma Thompson, Helen Hunt, I feel kind of occupy a similar sort of space, actually. Yeah. You think about those sort of matriarchal roles often.
Yeah. Good stuff. I did Malcolm.
Yes.
Who'd you go for?
Oh, I mean, you've got to fight weird with weird. I've gone Nick Cage.
I'd fucking love to see Nick Cage as this.
Yeah. I mean, Nick Cage would 100% back himself on the wrist front, right? Whether you think he can pull it off as well as Jeff Goldblum does is a matter of personal taste. But you talk about the chaos statistician side of it, he'd be all over that sort of stuff.
I went Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, and that's good from a wisecracking point of view. Again, I did consider him, but I don't know. Quite young at that point as well.
Yeah. I mean, he'd be on the young end of it, yeah, for sure. But yeah, again, he could definitely do the wisecracking. You could tell he fucks, and
yeah, but I don't know if I believe him in then as the statistician guy, the chaos. No, what does he says? He chaostician.
Yeah.
So he calls it. Yeah. That sounds made up. I'll be honest.
Yeah,
Ian.
Did you do any more?
Yeah. So we've actually had one from a listener. He knows who he is. Who I watched this with for Muldoon. And I thought that's a great shout. I'm including that. Jason Isaacs.
Yes, Jason Isaacs, definitely. Oh, he's even got a very similar shape. He's quite similar looking, actually.
Yeah, but this stern sort of...
Yeah. Now, would he have a Yorkshire accent?
No, I don't think. Would he do that?
Yeah, I think he should have.
Yeah, I think he should have a Yorkshire accent. Yeah, and everything. Yeah. And then just a couple of little throwaway ones for you. I think Ray Arnold, Samuel L. Jackson's character, has got Larry Fishburne written all over it.
Sure.
I think he'd be great at that. Wayne Knight, Dennis Nedry, Stephen Root.
I don't know who that is.
You Google Stephen Root and you go, oh, it's Wayne Knight.
Okay. Stephen Root. Okay. Yeah. What do I know him from?
Dodgeball. L is for love.
Yeah.
No?
No.
He's been in all sorts of things, Stephen Root.
Yeah. I'm just struggling to actually place him. But yeah, I suppose still I don't think you can't beat who played Nedry. Just can't beat him. Any more?
No.
Alrighty. Okay, we move on to any changes. Do we dare change the classic?
Well, I've got one.
I've got one as well. What's your one?
So you already,
the car park.
you already mentioned that on a previous episode. Look, where this has come from is, and we'll address this fully on the retro, right? I admitted, you said this is a 5-star film on another episode. I was like, well, 4.5. And you were like, what? I was like, well, that bit in the car park's a bit silly.
Yeah, that was where it came from, yeah.
Yeah. Look, for all intents and purposes, this movie's perfect. And you can nitpick little bits, and indeed I did with the last time I logged it on Letterboxd. The closest I get to a change is when it's chasing them, and this starts in the kitchen, the Velociraptor.
Right.
When it's chasing them.
Yeah.
The reason all of this works so well, and throughout the film actually, but in that moment, is because they're always just out of reach. The tension is always built up through... How are they going to get out of this? If it finds them, they've had it. If it gets near them, they've had it. And then they just somehow manage to get out. You call that a fantastic one, where we see her panicking, trying to hide in the oven.
Yeah.
And then it runs towards it, and bang, it runs into a reflection, and that gives her a chance to actually hide. Fantastic. And they just give that up a little bit right towards the end, when it essentially does confront them. And I think they're outside some building at some point, and... it's chasing them into a building, and then it ends up confronting them in the visitor centre. And at that point, I'm like going, well, it's probably just eat them now, actually, because it's chased them down.
So when they're like surrounded,
yeah,
in the visitor centre,
yeah. And it's the only moment where it just gives up its sort of like what's been so tense throughout the film, and the mechanism that's delivered that tension. And then you're like, well, how are they going to get out of this? Now, I know in the very, very final second, they get out of it because the T-Rex comes in and goes, nom, 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 nom.
Which brings me on to my change.
But there is there's a bit before that where they're like, the Raptors really should have had him at this point. It is, I'll admit, a nitpick.
Where does the car park come in?
Because it's like there's like a bit where they're
I still
outside.
don't remember that part of the outside part. That's so weird. I've completely blocked that from my memory.
Because it's
again.
like from when they run from like because they go through the vents, don't they?
Yeah.
In the kitchen, and it's from when they get from there into the visitor centre.
Right.
And there's a bit where it's like again, it really should have had them, and it doesn't. And then it
Playing with the
confronts them
food.
in the visitor centre, and you're like, and then brings you onto your change.
Yeah. So, and again, it's pretty nitpicky. It's pretty weak, but I'm not crazy about the T-Rex saving the day. It seems like a bit of a nice PR job by his agent there. You know, he's been a bit of a bad guy. Come on, I want to open up to a sequel. Come on, maybe a little spin-off.
Yeah.
And then you called it out earlier, the roar and then the banner falling down when dinosaurs ruled the earth.
Yeah.
I was just like, it's a bit too conveniently nice. Now, Theo, however, says that is his favourite scene.
Absolutely.
Literally in the world of cinema,
Yeah.
that is his favourite part. And he says he wants that picture of that on his wall.
Yeah. Absolutely. Because
So-
if you're in that, you go, oh my God, that's the perfect ending. And you've just nitpicked it just as I nitpicked the 20 seconds before that. That's
how would I end it without that? No idea.
yeah.
Literally no idea. I don't know. It's that was it. That was it.
It's not technically the end, is it?
No,
Is it? Because don't we get the
They
decided
just
not to back
go
your
off.
park?
Yeah, they just go
so
off into
have
the
I.
helicopter. That's it. Yeah,
Is that before or after that last shot?
that's afterwards. They're all getting into the cars.
It
right?
is,
They go off.
yeah. No, he's right. They should have ended it there.
Yeah.
No, very good.
Okay, and finally, Carl, is it a classic? So obviously we inducted this into the movie The Needle Classics Collection. Now we've actually rewatched it, given it some attention, and spoken about it. Is it still worthy of our Classics Collection designation?
Yeah, and it's our designation as well. It's nobody else's. I mean, it is definitely penetrated.
Yeah.
100%.
Yes.
I mean, yeah.
Spawned numerous sequels as well.
The broad
Test of
appeal.
time.
Everybody, like you said earlier, who doesn't like this?
Exactly.
Yeah. Fantastic. I don't know. I just don't know where we'd pick at it. It's an infallible one, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. And I definitely don't like it less having talked about it and rewatched it. So no needle moving going on here.
God, no.
Not you'd expect it. But you never know. You never know.
Yeah.
Could happen. All right, Carl, you got anything else for us?
Nope.
All right, that's all we've got. So if we movied the needle for you this week, or even if we didn't, please do rate us, follow, subscribe, and give us a 5-star review wherever you're listening. It really does hunt the algorithm and get us out there to a larger prehistoric audience. Our Bluesky, Instagram, and Twitter is MTN Movie Pod. Our YouTube channel is at Movie the Needle, and you can also find our page on Facebook and some occasional TikToks at movie.the.needle. All details in the show description, so please do follow and comment wherever you are. So for me and Carl, it is goodbye.
Goodbye.
I never thought we would record such a long episode after putting in all these controls and contingencies, but Carl finds a way. Join us next week as we look back on the 3 episodes from the month in our August 2025 retro episode. Goodbye.